Welcome back to your channel for healthy longevity. I'm Dr. Joanette, your longevity expert. Today, we are going to roast delicious, sweet, and nutty butternut squash. You'll see they come in all different sizes and shapes, and whether you buy them in the market or grow them yourself, you will be able to find the perfect butternut squash for one person or for a crowd like this one. So let's get cooking. Make sure you watch all the way to the end to learn how butternut is your gut's very best friend and how it can also boost your immune system. This is the time of year for the colds and the flu and all of those viruses come creeping around, and we need everything that we can put in our bodies to help our immune systems. Butternut is one of those things. To get started, we're going to move a couple of these butternuts out of the way here, and we'll be cooking up this one right here in the middle. When you cut up a butternut, they're hard to cut, so you want to be careful. Look at that beautiful orange color. I start by cutting the ends off of them, and I also cut the bottom little bit off of them. That is where your seeds are. And it just makes it easier to scrape out those seeds. So I have a spoon here that I just use to go around and scrape out all of the seeds out of the squash. You could roast up those seeds if you wanted to. Wash them and roast them up. They're delicious roasted, or just put them in your compost. And there's usually a little bit more in here as well that we want to scrape out. And then you'll notice there's kind of some fibrous tissue as well. Just scrape down to the nice, meaty, I guess you'd call it, flesh of the butternut squash. And I'm going to get that out of the way here. And before you roast your butternut squash, you want to go ahead and peel it and cut it into some pieces. Potato peeler works great, or if you prefer to peel things with a knife, use a knife. I like the potato peeler. I think it's less likely that I'm going to get slipped and cut myself. As an ER physician, I see plenty of people who use a knife and it slips, and then they come see me because I need to put a few stitches in that area that got cut. Now that our butternut is all peeled, and you'll see there's some little green lines on it. If you don't want those on your butternut squash, you can peel them off or just leave them on. I leave them on. I don't find that it affects the flavor at all. And now you want to just cut your butternut into some pieces that are perfect for roasting. While I'm cutting it up, why did I say butternut was your gut's best friend? Butternut is your gut's best friend for a number of reasons. It is high in fiber and low in sugar. Even though it's a little on the sweet side, it's not a high glycemic index vegetable. And the reason for that is because it's high in fiber. When you eat a whole plant-based diet that's high in fiber, what it does is that fiber helps the carbohydrates and the starches in whatever it is that you are eating break down more slowly into glucose, and as a result, that is released much more slowly into your blood, thereby not causing a spike in your blood sugar levels. In addition to that, the fiber also is important food for the probiotics. Probiotics are your gut's healthy bacteria, and they need lots of delicious fiber to stay healthy. When our gut's bacteria are healthy, we're healthier as well. Our gut's bacteria are important in making all kinds of vitamins, making things that are important for our immune system, and the fiber in your butternut squash will help with your digestion. It helps keep things moving along in your digestive system, helps prevent constipation, and helps you not have so much gas and bloating as a result of the bacteria in your gut having a long time to work on the food, because a breakdown product of what the bacteria does when it works on and eats the food in your gut or the fiber in your gut is it produces a lot of gas. So if your digestive system throughout your gut is slow, then those bacteria have a lot of time to produce gas, and you get bloating and cramps and a lot of discomfort in your gut as a result of that. The other reason your butternut squash is your best friend is that it contains some great vitamins for helping boost your immune system. Your immune system this time of year gets a good workout, and by incorporating fruits and vegetables into your diet that have vitamin A and vitamin C, which butternut squash does, you are able to boost your immune system, give it that little extra help it might need to fight off that flu virus, that COVID virus, that cold virus, or any number of viruses that make us sick this time of year. We've got this butternut all cut up. If you found this information helpful so far, thank you for clicking the like button, subscribing, as well as signing up for notifications. All of these things help me continue to bring you great content on this channel and help you learn about healthy longevity. I just added about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin organic olive oil to the butternut, and it is going to be important for the next ingredient, which is a couple of tablespoons of Mediterranean seasoning mix. I call this my Mediterranean longevity spice mix. If you go to my website, growwithdrjoanette.com, you'll be able to find these little spice jars on my shop. In addition to that, there is a recipe for my Mediterranean longevity spice mix. And once you get it all mixed up, put it in one of these jars, and then you will have it for your roasted butternut squash, as well as I put it on potatoes. I use it as a rub on meat. It goes in soups. It's a garnish or a flavor enhancer in salads. So many uses, and it's loaded with spices that are good for you. On my blog, you will learn all of the longevity health benefits that are included in the Mediterranean longevity seasoning mix. So make sure you go there and check it out. We've got this just about mixed up. I put a little black pepper and salt in my seasoning mix, but my husband Fred loves a little extra spice, and since we're having this for dinner tonight, I'm going to add a little extra salt. By the way, that is sea salt that I got when we were visiting Peru. We went to an area where the families in that area for decades have made a living by extracting the salt from the water in their area, and it is a delicious, healthy sea salt. And I'm going to also add a little pepper. I'm not as much of a fan of pepper, but Farmer Fred loves pepper. So we'll add a little pepper to our roasted butternut squash today. And I have my toaster oven over here heating. It is ready for roasting up our butternut squash today. I like to just take one of the grates. You could put this on a sheet pan. A sheet pan works great as well. If you are roasting it in the oven, you'll want to put it on a sheet pan for sure, because all those little butternut pieces are going to fall right through the grates of your oven. And I spread it out here on this grate, and it's going to go right into my oven. I've preheated it at 420 degrees. We roast it for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending upon how soft or how tender or how a little bit on the crunchy side you like it. Check it after about 15 minutes and see how nice and brown it's gotten, as well as the texture of it. When it's the perfect texture that you love to eat roasted butternut squash, take it out and enjoy it. We're gonna pop it right in the toaster oven now. And I'm setting my timer for 20 minutes, because I know that's what I like to roast my butternut squash for. Our butternut squash looks like it is pretty much perfectly roasted. I'm gonna give it a little poke And make sure that the pieces are nice and tender. I see some that are nicely browned, and it smells delicious. I'm going to go ahead and we'll take it out of the oven and put it over here. It's cool enough out here that it won't take long for it to cool off, and I'm going to give it a little try. I'm picking a real tiny piece so it isn't very hot. Love that Mediterranean seasoning. Delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video and learning about healthy longevity. I am delighted that you joined me today, and thank you for going to my website and checking out this recipe, as well as click on that health button. Explore all of the other ideas that are there. Look at my 4 pillars and understand better how you can incorporate simple changes into your life to create a long health span, not just a long lifespan. And we'll see you next time on your longevity channel.